Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Slow English with Tom and Emma.
Hi, guys. It's great to be here. I'm Tom, and as always, I'm joined by Emma.
Thanks, Tom. We are so excited to practice more English with you today at a nice, easy pace.
We certainly are. But before we jump into today's topic, we have a small favor to ask.
That's right. If you enjoy our lessons, please hit the subscribe button and like this video.
It really helps us grow the channel. Now, let's get started with today's episode.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to our English Learning Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Tom. Today we're talking about something very important, habits. Habits are a big part of our lives.
That's right. Habits are actions we do regularly, often without thinking about them. Tom, what habits do you have?
I have many habits. I drink coffee every morning, I exercise regularly, I check my phone before bed. What about you, Emma?
I have habits too. I read before sleep, I drink water throughout the day, I do yoga twice a week.
Do you think habits are important?
Very important. Habits shape our lives. Good habits lead to a healthy and productive life. Bad habits can harm your health and happiness.
That's true. Some habits are good for us and some habits are bad. Can you explain the difference?
Good habits are actions that help you physically, mentally, or emotionally. For example, exercise is good. Bad habits are actions that harm you or don't help you. For example, smoking is bad.
Are there neutral habits? Habits that are neither good nor bad?
Yes, some habits are neutral. For example, biting your nails while thinking is a habit, but it's not particularly good or bad. Some habits are good in moderation, but bad in excess.
Like eating chocolate.
Exactly. Eating a little chocolate is fine, maybe even good for mood. But eating chocolate all day, every day is bad for your health.
So it's about balance. Let's talk about how habits form. How do habits start?
Habits usually start because we repeat an action many times. We do something, and if it's rewarding or convenient, we keep doing it.
So repetition is key.
Yes, repetition is very important. Scientists say it takes about 30 days to form a habit, but it can be faster or slower depending on the habit.
30 days, that's quite a while.
For some habits, yes. For others, it might be longer. Complex habits might take months to form.
What makes a habit stick? What keeps us doing something regularly?
Usually, there's a reward. For example, exercising is rewarding because you feel better afterward. Drinking coffee in the morning is rewarding because it wakes you up.
So we repeat habits because they feel good or because they help us.
Exactly. Our brains remember that something is rewarding, so we want to repeat it.
What about bad habits? Why do we repeat them if they're bad?
Good question. Bad habits also have rewards. For example, smoking feels good to the smoker in the moment, even though it's bad for their health long term.
So we prioritize immediate satisfaction over long-term health.
Often, yes. That's a human tendency. We prefer immediate rewards over future benefits.
That's interesting. How can we overcome that tendency?
We need to be aware of it. We need to focus on long-term benefits, not just immediate satisfaction. And we need to replace bad habits with good habits.
Can you give an example?
Sure. If someone wants to stop eating junk food, they can replace it with a healthier snack. Instead of reaching for candy, they reach for fruit. After repetition, the new habit becomes automatic.
So you replace bad habits with good ones.
That's one strategy. Another strategy is to remove the temptation. If you don't want to eat junk food, don't buy it. Then it's not available.
That makes sense. Let's talk about specific habits. What daily habits do you have?
In the morning, I brush my teeth and drink a glass of water. Throughout the day, I eat 3 meals and drink water regularly. In the evening, I take a shower and read before bed.
Those sound like healthy habits. How did these become habits?
Most of them started young. Brushing teeth, showering, those became habits in childhood. Others, like drinking water and reading, I developed consciously because I wanted them to be part of my routine.
Conscious habit formation is interesting. You deliberately create a habit.
Yes. If you want a habit to form, you need to do it consciously at first. Then, after repetition, it becomes automatic.
So conscious effort at first, then it becomes automatic.
Exactly. That's how habits work. After about 30 days of consciously doing something, it becomes automatic.
What daily habits do you have? I wake up and drink coffee immediately. Then I exercise. I go to the gym before work. During the day, I eat lunch at noon. After work, I relax and spend time with my family. Before bed, I read or watch something.
That is a great habit. How did you develop the habit of going to the gym?
I started going to the gym for health reasons. The first month was difficult. I didn't want to go. But after a month, going to the gym became automatic. Now I don't feel right if I skip the gym.
That's perfect. The habit has become so strong that skipping it feels wrong.
Yes, now I go to the gym almost every day without thinking about it.
What about bad habits? Do you have any?
I have a few. I check my phone too much. I eat late at night sometimes. And I procrastinate on some tasks.
Those are common habits, especially phone use. Many people struggle with that.
Do you have bad habits?
Yes, I sometimes sleep too late on weekends. I sometimes skip meals when busy. And I sometimes spend too much time on social media.
Social media can be very addictive.
It is. The apps are designed to be addictive. Developers use psychology to keep you using the app longer.
That's interesting. So the apps are deliberately designed to create habits?
Yes, in a way. They use rewards, likes, comments, new content, to keep you coming back.
So we're not entirely to blame for bad habits with social media. The apps are designed to be addictive.
Exactly. But we can still control our use. We can set limits, we can turn off notifications, we can use blocking apps.
Awareness is important. Many people don't realize how much time they spend on social media.
Absolutely. If you track your time, you might be surprised.
Let's talk about health habits. What habits do you have for health?
I exercise regularly. I do yoga and sometimes running. I eat mostly healthy food, lots of vegetables and fruit. I try to sleep enough, about 8 hours per night.
Those are excellent health habits. How did you develop them?
I started consciously. I read about health benefits and I decided to make changes. At first, it was difficult, but now these habits are natural for me.
How long did it take?
For exercise, about 2 months before it felt natural. For eating healthy, maybe 3 months. Good habits take time.
My health habits are similar. I exercise, I try to eat well, and I try to sleep enough. But sometimes I fail.
That's okay. Nobody is perfect. Sometimes you miss a workout or eat unhealthy food. That's human.
Is it bad if you miss a day of exercise?
One day is okay. It's when you miss many days that it becomes a problem. The habit can be broken if you skip too much.
So consistency is important?
Very important. Consistency is more important than intensity. It's better to exercise moderately every day than to exercise intensely once a month.
That makes sense. Let's talk about productivity habits. What habits help you be productive?
I make a to-do list every morning. I prioritize tasks. I do the most important ones first. I also take breaks. I work for about 50 minutes, then take a 10-minute break.
That sounds organized. Do you stick to your to-do list?
Mostly, yes. Sometimes unexpected things come up and change my plans, but having a list helps me stay focused.
What about me? I have productivity habits too. I schedule my work time. I avoid checking email constantly. I check email at specific times.
That's smart. Email can be a big distraction.
Yes, if I check email all the time, I lose focus. By checking email at set times, I stay focused on my work.
Do you use any apps or tools to help with productivity?
I use a calendar to schedule my time. I use task management apps to track my tasks. These tools help me stay organized.
Technology can really help with productivity if used correctly.
Yes, but technology can also be a distraction.
That's true. We need to use technology intentionally, not mindlessly.
Let's talk about social habits. What habits do you have related to socializing?
I try to meet friends regularly, usually once a week. I try to call my family once a week or more if possible. I also try to have lunch with colleagues sometimes.
Those are good social habits. How important are social habits?
Very important. Humans are social. We need connection and relationships to be happy and healthy.
What about people who are introverted? Do they need fewer social habits?
That's a good question. Introverts might need less social interaction than extroverts, but they still need some social connection.
So introverts and extroverts are different, but both need relationships.
Yes, the difference is how much time they need with others. Introverts might be happy with one close friend. Extroverts might need a large group.
That makes sense. What about learning habits, habits related to education and learning?
I read every day, usually in the evening. I listen to podcasts. I learn English through podcasts like this one. I also watch educational videos sometimes.
Those are good learning habits. Why is learning important?
Learning keeps your brain active. It helps you stay interesting and engaged. Also, learning new skills can help your career.
What do you like to learn about?
I like learning about languages, psychology, history, and personal development. Learning different things keeps life interesting.
Do you think learning should be a daily habit?
I think so. Yes. Even if it's just 15 minutes of reading or listening, learning something new every day is good.
That's realistic. 15 minutes is not too much time.
Exactly. Even small amounts of learning add up over time.
So our listeners should try to develop learning habits?
Absolutely. Learning habits lead to growth and improvement throughout your life.
Let's talk about how to create new habits. Emma, if someone wants to develop a new habit, what should they do?
First, they should choose one habit at a time. Trying to change multiple habits at once is too difficult.
Why is that?
Because habit change requires willpower and effort. If you try to change too many things, you run out of willpower and fail.
So focus on one habit?
Yes, start with one habit. After that becomes automatic, maybe add another one.
What's the second step?
Second, make it specific. Don't say, I want to exercise more. Say, I will exercise 30 minutes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m.
Specific goals are better than general goals.
Much better. Specific goals are measurable and achievable. You know exactly what you need to do.
What's the third step?
Make it easy. Put the habit in your environment. For example, if you want to read more, put a book on your bed where you'll see it.
Environmental design is important?
Very. Our environment affects our behavior. If you make good habits easy and bad habits hard, you'll succeed.
How do you make bad habits hard?
For example, if you want to eat less junk food, don't buy it. If you want to use your phone less, leave it in another room when you work.
So you remove temptation.
Exactly. It's easier to resist temptation if it's not there.
What's the fourth step?
Track your progress. Write down when you do the habit. This helps you see progress and stay motivated.
Does tracking really help?
Yes, when you see that you've done the habit every day for a week, it feels good. It motivates you to continue.
That's psychological motivation.
Yes, our brains respond to progress and achievement. Seeing progress motivates us.
What's the fifth step?
Have patience and don't expect perfection. Habit formation takes time. You might miss a day or two, and that's okay. Just continue the next day.
So perfection isn't necessary.
Not at all. In fact, expecting perfection often leads to failure. If you missed one day and think, I failed, I'll give up, that's discouraging.
But if you think, I missed one day, but I'll continue tomorrow, that's better.
Exactly. That's the right mindset. Missing one day is not failure. Giving up is failure.
What about reward systems? Do you need to reward yourself when you do a habit?
It can help. External rewards can motivate you in the beginning. For example, if you exercise 3 times in a week, you treat yourself to something nice.
But you don't need external rewards forever?
No. Eventually, the habit becomes rewarding in itself. The internal reward is enough.
Internal reward? What's that?
The feeling of accomplishment, the health benefits, the improved mood, these are internal rewards. After a while, you do the habit because of these benefits, not for external rewards.
So external rewards help at the beginning, then internal rewards keep you going.
Exactly. That's how sustainable habits form.
What about changing bad habits? How do you break a bad habit?
You can't really break a habit. Instead, you replace it with a good habit.
Replace it? What do you mean?
For example, if you want to stop eating junk food, you don't just stop. You replace it with something healthier. Every time you want junk food, you eat fruit instead.
So you're not eliminating the behavior, you're changing what you do.
Right. You're replacing the old behavior with a new one. Eventually, the new behavior becomes the habit.
If the old habit has a strong reward,
Then you need to find a new habit with a similar reward. For example, if smoking gives you a break and relaxation, replace it with another break activity, taking a walk, meditating, or having tea.
so you need to understand why you do the bad habit.
Very important. Understanding the root cause helps you find a good replacement.
Can you give an example from your life?
Sure, I used to spend too much time on social media. I realized I did it when I was bored or stressed, so I replaced it with reading or going for a walk when I felt bored or stressed.
Did that work?
Yes, now I spend much less time on social media. The new habits feel better too. Reading and walking make me feel better than social media did.
Social media makes you feel worse?
For me, yes. Often I felt worse after scrolling social media, comparing myself to others, feeling envious. But reading and walking make me feel good.
That's insightful. So the replacement habit should feel better than the old habit.
Ideally, yes. If the new habit feels worse, you'll go back to the old one.
What about triggering habits? What triggers your habits?
Triggers are important. A trigger is something that causes a habit. For example, my trigger for reading is bedtime. When I get into bed, I automatically reach for a book.
So bedtime triggers your reading habit?
Yes, I've associated bed with reading, so they go together.
Can you use triggers to create new habits?
Absolutely. This is very effective. You link a new habit to an existing trigger.
How do you do that?
For example, if you want to start a meditation habit, you could do it right after breakfast. Breakfast is the trigger. Every time you finish breakfast, you meditate.
So breakfast triggers meditation?
Exactly. After repetition, the two become linked automatically.
What are your triggers for your habits?
My morning coffee triggers my gym habit. When I finish coffee, I go to the gym. My lunch trigger makes me drink water. I drink a big glass of water right after lunch.
Nice. You've built triggers into your routine.
It makes habits automatic. I don't have to think about it. The trigger reminds me.
That's the goal. Automatic habits that don't require willpower. What about habits that are harder to trigger? Habits that don't happen at a specific time?
That's more challenging. You might need to set reminders on your phone or use other cues.
Have you had to do that?
Yes, I wanted to develop a habit of stretching. It didn't happen at a specific time, so I set a phone reminder for midday. When my phone reminded me, I stretched.
Did the reminder help?
Yes, at first, but after a month, I didn't need the reminder anymore. The habit was established.
So you can fade out external reminders once the habit is established?
Yes, that's the goal, to make the habit so automatic that you don't need reminders.
What about habits that conflict? What if you have two conflicting habits?
That's a real problem. For example, if you want to sleep early but you also scroll social media late, these conflict.
How do you resolve that?
You have to choose which habit is more important and prioritize it. In this case, you turn off your phone to enable early sleep.
So you choose one habit over the other?
Yes, you can't have both if they conflict. You have to choose.
Is it common to have conflicting habits?
Very common. Many people have conflicting habits. That's why change is difficult.
For example, wanting to be fit but loving junk food.
Exactly. Or wanting to be productive but procrastinating, or wanting to sleep early but staying up late.
These are internal conflicts?
Yes, you want two different things that conflict with each other.
How do you resolve internal conflicts?
You need to understand what you really want. What's more important, short-term pleasure or long-term health?
That's a deep question.
Yes, different people answer differently, and that's okay. But you need to be honest about your priorities.
So, if you prioritize short-term pleasure, you accept the long-term consequences?
Right. There's no judgment. You choose, and you accept the results.
But for listeners who want to change their habits, they should clarify their values first.
Absolutely. Knowing your values helps you make good choices. If you value health, healthy habits follow naturally.
What about accountability? Does accountability help with habits?
Very much. Having someone to be accountable to increases success dramatically.
How does accountability work?
You tell someone about your habit goal. You report to them regularly about progress. Knowing someone is checking on you motivates you.
Have you used accountability?
Yes, I told my friend about my exercise goal. We text every morning and report whether we exercised. This accountability helped me stick to the habit.
Did it work?
Yes, I've been exercising consistently for over a year now. Accountability played a big role.
So, accountability is powerful.
Very powerful. It's one of the most effective tools for habit change.